I got this group called a Joyrider. One time it's the biggest group in Singapore. And that's where I got to know a friend, Majendra, were riding, and one day he mentioned about this one, Tour of the Nilgiris. One of my friend, they are couple, they are newlywed. So they think, oh, maybe this one can be ride and also a honeymoon. And they said, okay, let's on it. And that's how we came at 2013. Tea plantation, and also some of the road hum quite different from ours. The road hum, ours is just one hum. Yours can be a series of multiple hum. Really have to slow down.
I am Venki, a working professional in IT as well as an amateur masters athlete and a coach for endurance sports. You are listening to the Working Athlete podcast. Here, I talk to working athletes from all walks of life and experts from various sports to provide you with inspiration, training tips, and lifestyle advice. If this is something that interests you, I have a small request from you. Please subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts from. You can also let me know what you like and what you would like to listen to more of by commenting in the comment section on YouTube. I promise to do my best to improve with each episode and bring you the best content that helps you and me get better each day. In this episode, I talked to Chris Chua Cheng Hai. Chris is a long-time rider from Singapore. I first met him in TFN 2013. He was part of Tour of Nilgiris 2013, 2015, and now back in 2024. I sat down with him on the rest day of Tour of Nilgiris to talk about his cycling journey and his experience at TFN. Chris comes across as a calm but fun guy at the same time. It was great sitting down for this chat. I hope you enjoy this conversation as much as I did. This episode is brought to you by The Bike Affair. If you are in search of a one-stop destination that caters to all your cycling needs, our today's sponsor, The Bike Affair, is the perfect place to check out. I have known the founders of The Bike Affair, Krish and Gokul, personally for nearly 15 years now. In fact, my first century ride was with Krish back in 2008. They are both exceptional human beings and entrepreneurs that believe in providing exceptional service to their customers, and it shows. With over 14 years of experience, the Bike Affair has established itself as a trusted source offering honest advice and exceptional service. They are offering a special treat for the listeners of this podcast. You can enjoy a 10% discount on your first order by using the code BikeyVenki on their website. So if you are in Hyderabad, visit their store in Kondapur, or if you are anywhere else in India, shop online by using the link thebikeaffair.com. I will leave the link in the show notes. Now, enjoy the podcast. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Venki.
Welcome to the Working Athlete podcast.
Thank you.
Chris, we are here sitting in Ooty in Tour of Nilgiris.
Yes.
We first met back in 2013 in Tour of Nilgiris.
And as well as
and 2015 as well, right? 2013, 15, and now you're back after 9 years in 2024. So, before we go and start talking about Tour of Nilgiris, let us talk a little bit about how and when did you get into cycling?
Yes, I start cycling during my school days. So it was after my army I start to get serious about it.
Army
after my army.
Okay.
So that will be I'm in my 20s. Then for a long period, there's also no cycling, and maybe 50 I get serious again.
When you turned 50, you mean?
Mid 40s.
Mid 40s.
Mid 40s.
When was this? Which year was this?
1990s.
1990s. Okay. How old are you now?
I'm now 60.
60.
Yeah,
Oh.
61 to be.
61. Nice.
Mm.
And you started in your mid 40s, and
Mm.
you've been riding for the last 16 years, or
Correct,
something like
correct.
that.
Mm.
And you are in Singapore, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
And how is riding there in Singapore?
Singapore, it's a very small island, so what you can do is just a round island. It takes just less than half a day now.
Yeah, okay.
Then it gets boring. Every day around the same route.
Right.
So for that, we'll occasionally weekend we'll go for a longer ride into Malaysia.
Okay.
Malaysia, sometime Indonesia. But Malaysia is more convenient. It's just cross border.
Okay.
Indonesia, we had to take a ferry.
Ferry.
Yeah.
Okay. So with Malaysia, you're connected.
Yeah, Malaysia is just in Singapore is just connected by a causeway, a bridge.
Bridge. Right. That's easier to just
Yeah.
go. For Indonesia, you have to take a ferry.
Ferry.
When I came to Tour of Bintan, I got to Singapore and took a ferry to go to Bintan.
Yeah.
And did the tour de
Bintan, you can do Bintan. You can also do Batam.
Batam. Now the Bintan race is no longer there. That became Batam, I guess.
Batam, yeah.
Tour de Batam has become from last year.
I see.
So,
I see.
yeah. So excellent. So you ride around all these. So, and what kind of riding is there? Is it more racing, or is there a lot of brevet rides?
We're doing more for endurance and conditioning. Those are newer riders who want to pick up riding and want to go 1 or 2 level up. So we show them the way.
Right.
After that, they had to find their own group, faster group.
Right.
We can only take them to a certain level.
Okay. So how did you get to know about TFN when you signed up in 2013?
Okay, I got this group called a Joy Rider. It's at one time it's the biggest group in Singapore. And that's where I got to know a friend, Magendra.
Magendra.
Yeah, so we were riding, and one day he mentioned about this ride, Tour of the Nilgiris. And one of my friend, they are couple, they are newlywed. So they think, oh, maybe this one can be a ride and also a honeymoon. And they said, okay, let's on it. And that's how we came at 2013.
How many of you came that time?
That time it was the couple, me and Mac, 4 of us.
4 of you.
Then 2015, I bring some of my riding friend over. That time we got about 7 or 8 riders.
Nice. And this time another 5 of you are here.
Yeah.
Right.
I was telling them the Uti was very beautiful. You should come and see for yourself.
Nice. So what do you remember from 2013 and the Tour of
Nilgiris? Remember the tea plantation, and also some of the road hum quite different from ours.
Yeah.
The road hum, ours is just one hum. Yours can be a series of multiple hum. Really have to slow down.
The hums are so like road hums are so many.
And it's very rounded.
Right.
So you need to slow down.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And in 2013, I destroyed my rear tire and front tire
Yeah.
while coming down from the one of the downhill section.
Right.
And the road are super smooth.
Mm.
And shoot down and had to come to a very abrupt stop because of a hump.
Right.
And that's why I ended up with a few flat spot on my rear tire.
Right.
Uh,
Okay. Nice. And that year was the first year where Kalahati was introduced. And what do you remember from riding Kalahati?
okay. I didn't manage to conquer it.
Hmm.
So karate for me is taking out the shoe, putting it back again, taking out and put it back. Whereas some section I had to walk.
Right.
Yeah, wasn't prepared for this type of crime.
Because it is 10 kilometers at 10%.
Yeah.
It is actually 11 kilometers at 10%. It almost, it's very difficult even for experienced riders. But, especially for the first time, when you have done, what to expect,
Yeah.
then you are more prepared.
Yeah.
Right?
And our bike are not gearing not low enough.
Right.
So we couldn't do it. The second year I came with a higher slightly different gearing, but I also didn't
Right.
conquer it.
No.
Yeah.
So how far did you go in 2015 compared to 2013 for that Kalahati? Did you go a little bit more the second time?
The second time I take too much drink and bloated. So
Okay.
I cannot ride normal.
Right. Yeah.
The second time the sponsor got this protein drink, then I enjoyed quite.
I remember that. The oats drink that
Then
was
after
there.
that I realized it's not
Correct. Correct.
it's not the way.
I remember that because I also had that problem. Those these oats protein drinks tasted very nice, and we were having too much, but there was so much fiber, and it was upsetting the tummies a lot, bloating.
Yeah, bloating. That's why it affected my ride.
Yeah, I know. And when you look at Tour of Nilgiris as an event, what do you like most about a tour like this?
We got to ride with newly meet friends.
Yeah.
And I enjoy some of the riding, and then some that year there's also a few continental rider. And the first year Max suggests we go to what school is where there's a lot different native.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is a school in Ooty, I think, off Ooty, in a village near Ooty, where they provide education for tribal students.
And the
underprivileged
teachers
students.
some of the teachers are volunteers. So my friend Raj asked whether we want to do some donation. We said, okay,
Charity.
I don't mind. So we pull some money and hand it to the principal.
Oh, that is beautiful. Yeah. And that is also one of the things that riders in tour in the TFN do, is ride for charity, raise money for charity, and support causes like this. That be school, there is charity to offer eye surgeries for those who those are not without sight and all this. So this is
This is a great thing that. And other than that, what do you like in terms of organization and stuff?
And also I was told that that year 2013, Tata is the main sponsor. So our there's a registration fund. They will match the fund, and this one will go to the charity. So I said, oh, not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
I can get to ride and get to do charity.
Right.
Because my registration money will go to the charity. Good.
Right,
So
right.
I immediately, without second thought, I said, let's do it.
Right. Excellent. And do you have you done any similar tours? Anywhere around the world? Similar cycling tours.
Tours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I did one from Tibet to Nepal. It's not easy to because of the thin air.
Right.
I
High altitude.
I suffer almost every day.
Okay.
But I took a lot of picture, and when I'm home, I look at picture. Oh, Tibet is so nice. But that time, during the Tibet cycling, my head is spinning.
Right.
But I know it's very nice.
Yeah. Because of high altitude, you cannot. The air is so thin.
It's almost full-time headache there.
Oh. Okay. You can't. You won't get enough oxygen, right?
Yeah.
That's why it is really difficult. Now, what brings you back to TFN like time and again?
Okay. My companions, one is Sarah, Jingshan, Mong, and Heng. They are quite keen. Once they are keen, I said, let's do it. And that's how we are here.
So how is this year's TFN compared to 2013 and 2015? How do you find
compared to my previous tour? This one seems more tough,
more hard?
more hard.
And how do you find the routes? How was the ride yesterday?
Yesterday's ride is tough, but the view make up for it.
Yeah.
And I will admit that I'm near my limit.
Yeah. But you made it.
Yeah.
You were because yesterday's route was tough in the sense we gained some 2,800 meters in 125 kilometers, and that climb to Ooty from Gudalur is a long climb, and it was tough for almost everyone.
Yeah.
But you made it. Yeah.
This one compared to my Malaysia Round Island. Malaysia Round Island, one day I made about 4,000 plus elevation, and distance is around about 108. But
okay.
I don't feel so challenging.
Okay.
Because it's a rolling.
Right.
I got time to recover.
This one is just continuous.
This is continuous up. That's why it's very tough.
Right. Right.
We seldom got to ride this type of extended climbing.
Correct. The continuous climbs
I just simply cannot.
Long climbs are there.
Yeah.
There will be shorter climbs, but maybe slightly steeper and stuff like that.
Yeah. Our Malaysia one is rolling hill, like what you all call is the heartbeat.
Right.
The karate, they call the wall. Come down, they call parachute. Remember?
Yeah. So it is a wall, and you have to take a parachute to come down. It's like that. True. And What do you think you will take back from Tour of Nilgiris? New friends?
New friend, yes.
Mm.
This time round, I don't remember it was so cold.
Mhm.
Yesterday, I almost couldn't operate the brake.
Right. It was so cold
So
coming
cold.
out.
My hand all stiffen up.
Right.
It was it's a time that I need to slow down during the descent.
Mm.
I need to activate the brake
Right.
to kill the speed.
Right.
Cause if I don't kill the speed, it's so cold, so I had to reduce the speed in order not to feel so cold.
Right.
Normally we don't do that.
Correct.
Correct.
Because
Uh,
you have the breeze, but here it is cold,
Yeah.
and when the wind chill
yeah,
hits
it's
you,
entering our body and
so it becomes really cold. Yeah.
so the only thing is that in order not to feel so cold, we have to
You have to slow
reduce
down.
the speed.
Yeah.
So it's a bit funny.
Correct.
During the descent, you will go all out, zoom, 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 zoom.
Yeah,
zoom.
yeah,
But
yeah.
this one yesterday, I think I had to kill the speed.
Yeah, yeah. But it is great to have all of you guys here riding the tour. I wish you all the very best for the road ahead.
Yes, but to be honest, they are not prepared for this. Some of the experience come as a shock to them. Example is the road. They we Malaysia have a fair share of broken road, but not like that. The road here is sometimes not a road.
Right. Right. Especially some parts of Coorg are little bit of actually lot of broken road in some, but once we enter Kerala, there were better roads, smoother. The forest roads were
Correct.
super smooth, and once you enter Tamil Nadu, the roads are really good. Yeah. So now for the rest of the tour in Ooty and around, you will find butter smooth roads. Only in the initial part in Karnataka, Coorg area is where it is difficult.
Yes, then I think they realized that at a certain stage the road condition are different.
Correct.
Well, now we're out of that already. We can put that behind us.
Correct.
Now it's just you have to deal with the
climbs.
Crimes.
Yeah. The climbs are also not as big as what we saw yesterday. There will be smaller climbs, 5-6 kilometer climbs, and you go up, go down, go up, go down. It's a lot of elevation, like you said, maybe somewhat similar to the Malaysia ride where you did 4,000 meters elevation, but not as much. It'll be like 2,000, 3,000.
Even in Malaysia, those are long climb is less than 1 kilometer.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe 2 the most. Nothing beyond that.
Right.
Yeah.
Here you will see 3, 4, 5 kilometers, stuff like that.
We don't have that in Singapore, Malaysia.
Right.
Maybe in Thailand they have.
Thailand, yes. Right. Did you do Tour of Friendship or anything like that in Thailand?
Not for me.
No. Okay. So in 2017, we came to Tour of Friendship. We went to Tour of Friendship in Thailand and rode there. It was a good experience.
I see.
That was my first race outside. And then I started coming to Indonesia and all that Tour de Bintan and all that. It's a nice place. It's very warm. It's hot and humid. Yeah. Even Singapore is hot and humid.
Yes, in Malaysia.
Yeah. It is. So coming from hot and humid climate, I think Ooty will be a little bit of
yes, comfortable. In Malaysia, you have heat stress. If the distance don't get you, the heat will get you.
Heat will get you. Right. I hope you enjoy the rest of the tour. And
I'll try. But I'm considering if tomorrow rain, I will might give it a miss.
Yeah. So I mean, because rain in the hills is difficult because it is cold.
Yeah.
So it is very difficult to ride. You will be descending. Even without rain, it will be cold. If it is rain, it might be a little dangerous and you will be always cold.
Yeah.
So it is likely that if there is rain, there might not be many people riding in the.
That is fair enough. Definitely. Few of my my guys will not be.
That is a good good decision to do that. It is actually nice. Good. All the very best. And hope to see you more at TFN.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks. Hey.
That was my conversation with Chris. I hope you enjoyed that. If you are enjoying these podcasts and are finding them useful, please consider supporting the podcast by subscribing to it on YouTube as well as on your favorite podcasting app. It really helps. Thanks again for your continuous support. See you next week with another guest.